the government's intent?
Absolutely. I mean, there were several important constitutional measures announced this morning, but for us here in this region, the most important was the inclusion of a cities devolution bill, which, and what that will do is set in legislation the deal that was agreed between the Chancellor and the region's political leaders to devolve significant funding in return for having an elected mayor, an elected metro mayor.
Yes, and that's elected metro mayor, still a couple of years off. But if you look sort of down the track, if you like, how big a deal is all this for Greater Manchester?
Well, I think there is agreement both in the Treasury, locally and amongst economists, that if you get decisions made about spending on employment and skills, transport locally, then that will result in far greater return in terms of job creation and wealth creation.
So strengthening the regional economy.
Yeah.
But of course, the Northern Powerhouse is about more than just Greater Manchester, isn't it? It's about the whole of the north of England. So what about those other city regions around Merseyside, Leeds, Newcastle, etc.? Do you think that they're going to follow Greater Manchester's lead?
Well, I think many of the employers and politicians in the north will be very keen to see investment in science and technology and transport protected in the budgets coming up, and the other regions, the other city regions who haven't accepted the idea of an elected metro mayor will probably have to consider their position. We'll be looking at Greater Manchester very closely to see how it works out.
And then of course there's those other areas, those rural areas if you like, but